Right, it's 1 o'clock. Let's get started. Thank you for joining. Thank you very much for joining us. It's great to have you here. And again, please pop your name or your comments in the chat. Tell us where you're from and what you're wanting to get out of today's session. So the session today is called Lean Sets You Free, and Lean equals freedom. And so I want to share with you this powerful tool that will help you not just in your business, but in your life, in your health, in your at home, all sorts of every area of life you can apply this to. So the first myth I kind of want to dispel, and this is what we do again with companies through our Premier Business Academy. We're training companies all around the globe from almost every tribe, tongue, and nation. And the first question I like to ask people is, what is lean? What do you think lean is? So you can pop that in the chat if you want to. Just pop your comments in the chat. Lean is a human transformation system, a human development system at its very core. People think of lean as a business system or the Toyota way or the system that Toyota has created, or they apply it to just manufacturing or even just operations in a business. But lean is a human development system at its core. And what it's all about growing. If you want to sum it up in one or two words, it's growing people. So we got on this journey in 2017 and we haven't looked back. It's been absolutely incredible, and now we've got to this position now where our virtual tours are viewed by thousands of viewers all around the world, and we get companies coming to visit us at Premier Group New Zealand, and we, through Premier Business Academy, our Business Academy arm or our business coaching arm, we're helping people with this to develop it in their companies, in their lives, in their organizations. Doesn't matter whether you've got a non-for-profit or a limited liability company or a sole trader or whatever you are, or even if you're just a sole trader. It doesn't matter what you are, whatever organization you are, whatever type of human being you are. This can really help you to take your life to a whole new level. It's very simple. I'm going to lay it out for you very, very simply. So what is lean? Hopefully we've answered that question in a simple way. So the traditional way of understanding lean is it's the elimination of waste through continuous improvement. And in the business sense, that teaches us that there's 8 lean wastes: overproduction, transportation, inventory, overprocessing, rework or defects, and then there's waiting time, wasted motion, wasted employee genius. I think I covered all 8 there. But anyway, so we learn about those 8 lean wastes. Okay, I'm going to teach you a little bit more about that in a moment. But the thing to remember is that, so if we look at it in a traditional sense, it's the elimination of waste through continuous improvement, or it's continuous improvement through the elimination of waste. And because everything in life is a process, so you need to write this down. Everything in life is a process. Everything. The way you get up in the morning, the way you brush your teeth, the way you take your shower in the morning, the way you do your morning reading or whatever your morning routine is, it's a process, right? The way you look for your car keys, the way you get in the car, everything in life is a process. Some are tiny processes, some are longer. The way you make your breakfast, all of those things, the way you drive to work, everything is a process. Now the goal with lean really, like I say, it begins with growing people, but the goal every day is to make sure every process you're starting to reduce non-value added activity, so that everything you're trying to do is value adding. And what's value adding? Value adding is any time you're changing something. So when you're mowing, let's look at mowing the lawns. When you're struggling to get the lawnmower out of the shed, you're filling it up with petrol, all the things. You're not adding value until the lawnmower is cutting grass. So something's changing. You're cutting the grass. That's when you're adding value. So your goal every day is to look at these processes and go, well, mowing the lawns, for example, is a great example, is how can I make the mower easier to access? It's always in the same place. It's the petrol's right there beside it. All these simple things, the earmuffs are right there. Everything is standardized. Everything has a system. Everything's very, very simple, so that you have more time cutting the lawns, less time with waste. Okay, so that's a very simple example. Same with brushing your teeth. How many times right now do you struggle to find your toothbrush, or you're struggling under something, or it's too far away, you're reaching too far? Very tiny process. But what the premise of what I'm talking about today, which is what we call 2-second lean, the premise of 2-second lean is that every day you're just making one improvement in your life that's saving just 2 seconds in a process. That's it. So you're setting the bar super low, and you're making continuous improvement super achievable. So in my life right now, I make about 10 to 20 to sometimes 30 improvements a day. Tiny improvements, but every day I look back and my life's gotten a little bit easier. And then I look back in a week and it's got a lot easier. Sometimes I'll save an hour in a week just with process improvements. Sometimes 2 hours. It's unbelievable. But it's a change of mindset. So it all starts here. It all starts with growing and learning. So the first thing I'm going to get you to do is write this down, is listen to the book 2 Second Lean. 2 Second Lean by Paul A. Akers. Okay? It is an incredible book. It'll open your mind. It's very simple, very powerful, and it's life-changing. So we read this book. Someone recommended it to me at a period in our business when things were really tough. Really tough. Things were really challenging. We read this book, we started applying the principles, and we immediately started getting results. So in one of our manufacturing divisions, we got 12 hours of savings in just 1 week. Okay, it was unbelievable. All we asked for, we had at that point over in that division, we had 15 staff, somewhere around, something like that. I think it was 15 staff, and we asked for just 2 seconds of improvements each day on one process. You know, we found so much waste in that first week, so much waste in our processes, so much non-value added activity that we saved 12 hours, okay? 12 whole, that's a funny way of writing 12 hours of improvements. It was unbelievable. So what you're going to find in your life, if you haven't already started on an improvement journey or a continuous improvement journey, you're going to find really quickly that the first day, week, month that you try this and practice it and apply it, you're going to end up with massive chunks of improvement. As time goes on, you're going to get better at improving, you're going to get better at spotting waste, and away you go. So there's a few, I'm going to throw a lot of stuff at you today, so it's like drinking from a fire hose, so just take notes, and if you want to ask questions, chuck them in the chat, and we'll circle back to those at the end of this presentation, or end of this podcast. So a couple of things. So I've told you what lean is all about. What will it do for you? Actually, let's jump back a step. What is lean? What is that? The foundation of lean is kata, which means routine. It's a Japanese word for routine. Okay, so you develop a routine that supports this, or growing yourself, personal development and growth, and that supports continuous improvement. So you create a kata, a routine, and this is so critical, and this is where most people fall off the boat. So I've got a lean group chat that I run, lots of great people on it, and they come in hot, and they make improvements, and then they drift away. Or they come and go a lot. Then I get them onto this platform called HabitShare, and they start sharing their daily habits with me, because you are a direct result of your habits. Okay, so you can't escape that. Whatever shape you're in today, whatever state you're in, your finances, your health, anything, your business, it's because of your daily habits. So you either do lots of tiny things wrong each day, or you do lots of tiny things right each day. And so what I help people to do is use this app, HabitShare. I've been on this since 2017, 7 years now. It's a life changer. So this supports the things that we're talking about today. It helps you create a good routine, good kata. So you can use it for just 2 or 3 habits for a start. It might be doing 30 minutes of intense exercise every day. It might be eat no fast food today. And it might be whatever, I don't know, 3 things that you want to improve on, 3 things you're struggling with, 3 bad habits that you're trying to overcome. So you put the positive habit, the opposing positive habit in your HabitShare. Very quick to set up, takes a few minutes. And then you have an accountability partner on there. You can use me if you want, no worries. I've got about 35, 40 people that share their habits with me, and I share mine with them. So it's peer accountability. Very powerful, incredibly powerful, absolutely life-changing. So get on HabitShare. Give that a go. If you want to share with me there, let me know. So don't email me, by the way, because I don't reply to emails. All on WhatsApp, all about speed, because then I can communicate with people all around the world, hundreds of people every day. So and add more value. So we've talked about what is lean. Then we talk about what will it do for you. Well, it removes struggle. Every day your life gets a tiny bit better. We've already covered a little bit of this, but every day your life's going to get a tiny bit better. And the aggregation of these tiny improvements is just that's where the power is. That's where your life is going to change. And all it takes is the simple principle which we call stop and fix what bugs you. So as soon as you find something that's bugging you, or something where you're struggling, because another way of looking at it is remove the struggle, is every time you have a struggle, e.g. you have to bend over to get something, or you have to go under something to get something, or you're reaching too far to get something, or I'll give you a recent example right here. This morning I had a little struggle with my headphones for my computer. I always spend a couple of seconds finding out which one's the right ear. So I put a red tag on there for R, for right. Now I have no struggle. Bang, they go in. Okay? Can I improve that? Absolutely. But already I've saved a couple of seconds just in that one process. I've probably saved 4 or 5 seconds actually, maybe more, because some mornings you faff around looking for the right earplugs. So it's that simple. So every day I'm making these tiny improvements. And like I said at the start of this, some days I'll make 10, 20, 30. And you add all those up, and the time saving is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. If I look back at our home improvements over the last 12 months, even the last 6 months, it's a different place. And everywhere I go, things are just getting slightly easier, slightly less struggle. You know, the kids' toy cupboard, my bedroom drawers, my wardrobe. There's always things I'm going, oh, that's bugging me, or that's not clear. I had a little bit of struggle. I couldn't find this thing. You know, and there's always something that's bugging you every single day. So the key is to stop, not put it off. Stop for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Stop, and don't tell me you don't have time, because there's all sorts of excuses, right? Most people in this world are very good at excuses, and there's a horrible disease called excusitis, and you know what? 99% of the world indulges in it, and they never ever find the real juice in life. They never have they can't live a great life. They can live an average life because the world's tripping over each other to be average. Average is all around us. Mediocre is all around us. And it all starts up here. Average thinking, average life. Average results, average life. Great thinking, great life. Great life, you know, great thinking leads to great action, which leads to great life. You've got to change. You've got to stop making excuses. If you've got a victim mentality, a blame mentality, doesn't matter how bad your upbringing has been, if you keep clinging to that, you are never going to enjoy the real juice of life. Really, really important. We have employed hundreds of people over the years, and I can tell you for free that the top 1% of those people are the ones that get ahead, and mostly they're people that could play the victim card the most. They've had a terrible upbringing, they've been disadvantaged at school, disadvantaged all the way up, and then they take our principles, what we call our premier principles, they learn the framework, and they get ahead, and they smash their most important life goals, because that's what we help them do at Premier Group. That's what we're all about. When we hire a new person here, the first thing we say is, we want to help you achieve your most important life goals. And here's how we can do it. We'll give you this awesome framework, and then it's up to you. And we'll support and coach as a mentor and train and support and coach and mentor and train. And we'll do everything we possibly can to help you succeed. Because guess what? Success is unselfish. A success mindset is the most unselfish mindset. Because the more success you have, the more you can help others, your family, your community, your church, your volunteering group, your organisations that you're passionate about. So we've got to get rid of excusitis. So all of the stuff I'm talking about today, we're saying lean sets you free. Lean equals freedom. Absolutely. Another way of looking at it is routine sets you free. Okay, so that's another way of looking at it. Routine sets you free. These are things you need to write down, and things, if you're struggling with these things, write them down, put them in the front of your diary, put them on your home screen on your phone, put them on your laptop home screen, wallpaper, whatever you call it, put them on your bedroom wall, whatever. Use some of these quotes to help you, remind you that, you know, you've got to eliminate excusitis. You need great thinking, which equals a great life, or, you need routine. It's a great quote. Routine sets you free. So these are things that I'm trying to, we're always helping people with all across the country, all around the world, all of the time. And something I'm incredibly passionate about, because my heart breaks when I see people that never escape or never get free of the stupid excusitis disease, which just plagues humanity, or you could call it the victim mentality or the blame mentality. And these people have got so much potential. Right now, whoever you are listening to this right now, you've got tons of potential. Mostly, again, I'm going to throw a big number out there, but I'd say 99% of people that I meet are not fulfilling their full potential because they are limited by their beliefs. So they've got limiting beliefs. So you've got to break through those. So I've talked, we're going around, we're sort of talking about a lot of different things here, but they all tie together, okay? Really important that you understand these things all tie together. So what are the 3 pillars of lean? Now, this is going to help you build this is going to help you to really build out these things that I'm talking about. The 3 pillars of lean are, number 1, see waste. If you can't see waste in every process and everything that you're doing in your life, all around you, your bedroom, your kitchen, your bathroom, your relationships, your health, all of these things, at work, if you can't see waste, you can't even get started on this journey. Okay, so you're going to learn the 8 lean wastes off by heart, and you can get that off me. It's easy to find. and learn them off by heart, and then learn to identify them, and you'll start to see it everywhere, and you'll suddenly realise you're surrounded by waste, because we say, and we can prove it to you in a very short while, that 90% of everything you do in life is waste. 90% is waste. That shocks most people. Most people go say to me, Bernard, that's rubbish, that's bullcrap, I'm adding value, I'm working hard, I'm productive. And then with a few questions, this is, we're talking about some very successful people here. With a few questions, I can unravel their day and point out to them that 90% of what they're doing is waste. It's not adding value, and that shocks people. It shocks people, horrifies people. And what I say, and this is a really important quote as well, is that if you're engaged in non-value adding activity, you're wasting your life away, right? So lean helps you to live 100 lifetimes. If you get this habit and lock it in, you're living 100 lifetimes, because you suddenly go from 90% waste, over time you're going to 90% value adding. Unbelievable, So you've got 10 times the lifetime of someone else, 10 times the fun, 10 times the family time, 10 times the time for health and fitness, 10 times the time for your hobbies and interests. It's mind-blowing, but it won't happen overnight. It takes some time, but it can start today. So don't make an excuse. Like if you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, this sounds great. I'm going to give this a go. But I'm too busy to try it today. I'm going to put it off till tomorrow." You've failed already. So when I do these presentations, sometimes I don't make many friends, but if you, because I don't like to mince my words or make it flowery. I just want to help you, and I want to help you and your family and your friends and your business to get ahead, to stop wasting time, to stop spinning your wheels, to stop struggling. Okay, that's all I care about. Because if I can help you, and you can help someone else, you can pay it forward and pay it forward and pay it forward, then our country gets better, right? It gets safer, gets more productive, gets more competitive on the world stage. Our communities get safer. People are more positive, and positivity leads to confidence, and it's really important stuff. And that leads me to another little thought here. You've got to banish sloppiness. And this is what I see so much in New Zealand. We are so sloppy. And that might shock you as well. But this is a home truth. You go around the world, some cultures are very precise. Japan is a great example. So we're sloppy. We're sloppy. Because, for years we've had almost anything we want. We're awash with, you could say, we're in the Western world, we've been really awash with luxury. We've got everything pretty much everything at our fingertips. Even the most disadvantaged people in this country, there's still I know there's some that are really that are homeless and things like that. That's an absolute tragedy. But if everyone had this mindset, it would soon take care of that problem, and every person would be able to help another person and lift this whole country up. So if you banish sloppiness and fall in love with precision, everything starts to change. Okay? You must banish sloppiness and fall in love with precision, because precision leads to quality, quality leads to trust, and trust equals survival, right? Okay, it's really, really simple, but it's really important, and most people don't get it. So this is my job every single day of the week, is to try and help inspire people and motivate people to make these changes, some simple changes. Welcome if you just joined. Please pop in the chat where you're from, any questions, whatever you want, as long as it's positive. So another thing I want to share is that, where do we get to? So another favourite saying we have here at Premier Group, and this applies, you'll think of people immediately in your life that this applies to. Smart people learn from everyone and everything. Average people learn from their experiences. And stupid people already have all the answers. All right? And we bang into people like this all the time. Stupid people who have all the answers. People that just want to talk and talk and talk and tell you everything that they know. They are stupid. So you don't want to be in that category, okay? And if you're in that category right now, you're stupid, you need to stop. You need to think about the smart people around you in your life. They're always asking questions. 2 ears, 1 mouth. They're always learning. Growth mindset. And you might have heard all these sorts of things before, but it's so important. Now you're hearing from me, and I'm trying to put it all together in a framework for you that makes continuous improvement achievable. Growth mindset is so key. The other thing I want to say is that it's gone from me. So we're talking about a growth mindset, growth and learning. What were we just talking about? Stupid people, average people. Another thing is to think about is this. Think about this. really important. If you've never thought of it before, I'm telling you now. Let's say this is you right now, and that's all the things you've learned in your life. That's all your knowledge right up to this point. But outside of that is all the things you don't know that you don't know. So we call it this: you don't know what you don't know. So there's kind of is that an acronym? I think that's what you call it. I need to learn a bit more about the English language. Okay, so all this space, but you could say it's infinite really. But I'm just showing you on a little graph here. You can say this is you. The whole whiteboard is what you don't know yet, you don't even know yet. Okay? So really important to have this mindset and this growth mindset. That's absolutely critical. Because if you don't, you're never going to be able to embrace these things and you're never going to be able to make progress. That's what I was going to say before. Continuous improvement, or CI, which is, again, if you wanted to sum all of this up, it's all about continuous improvement in every area of your life. Your business, your health, your family, your relationships, your home and gardens, all these things, right? Your finances. Well, every time someone sees progress, they get a buzz. It's just every human, we're wired that way. We love seeing progress, you know. Everyone I talk to loves driving on the new Waikato Expressway because it's a huge improvement and it gives them a massive buzz. It's like, wow, this is amazing. Why didn't we do this 20 years ago? Why don't we do this 50 years ago? It's incredible. It's safe. It's fast. It's taking all this traffic off our streets. It's better for the environment. All these things. It's reducing all the wasted CO2 in the air. It's all the wasted gas in the air from cars. It's reducing from idling and sitting in big queues of traffic. It's saving this. It's saving that. So we love to see progress. And this is what this whole thing is all about, is that every day you're going to make one tiny improvement that saves just 2 seconds. And then you're going to make another one because you're going to get hooked on this. It's like an addiction. It's a positive addiction. It's absolutely fantastic. You get so hooked on it, and then you want to tell others about it, and then they see what you're doing. And you might be working in a culture right now, in a business where the culture's crap. The boss might be, an absolute tool. But if you start making improvements, he's soon going to notice you, or she. You're going to get a pay rise, and if you don't, you're going to be hired or headhunted by someone else, because everyone wants to hire someone who has a continuous improvement mindset, a growth mindset, a continuous improvement mindset. You're valuable. In this company here, we're always looking for what we call lean all-stars, and you can become a lean all-star tomorrow, today. You can start today, and if you don't start today, you're wasting your life away. People make all sorts of excuses. I haven't got time. Then I say, well, okay, so when you get home from work, what do? I watch a bit of Netflix, or I do gaming, and I'm like, are you serious? Like, you're telling me you don't have time to do this stuff? You won't take 15 minutes of your screen time, or your gaming, or your sitting around to make an improvement that's going to make you feel amazing and improve your life and remove the struggle and fix what bugs you? Like, it's crazy. Right now we're surrounded by people that are wasting time every single day of the week. And people say, oh, I need my relaxation time. Yeah, well, that's fine. But you need, if you're gonna live a great life, you've got to change your thinking. You have to change your thinking. It starts with great thinking, okay? Great mindset, great thinking. So we've gone 23 minutes now. We've covered a lot of ground. You've probably got some questions. If you haven't, no worries, but if you have, chuck them in the chat and we'll circle back to them. So as I said earlier in this webinar, this podcast, this is the first time I've streamed live to 4 platforms at once. So it is quite hard for me to see all the different screens here. But hopefully you're enjoying the session so far. Give me some feedback in the chat. Are you enjoying the session? Got any questions? Chuck it in the chat. Keep us rolling. So that kind of covers it. So we've talked about the 3 pillars of lean. No, we haven't. We've only talked about one of them. So the first pillar, see waste. And then number 2, fix what bugs you, or make one tiny improvement every single day. If you can make more, make more. As I said, I make 10, 20, 30 at work, at home. Life gets better and better and better and better and better because I've got this routine, I've got this kata, and I'm absolutely hooked on it. It's like the most positive drug you could possibly be hooked on. It's called the continuous improvement drug. And it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. So you all know the feeling of when you're a bit depressed and you go for a walk in the fresh air, lifts your spirits, it gets the positive endorphins going on, and it feels good. It's that sort of like a positive drug. Continuous improvement is the same thing. It's like going for a walk in the fresh air when you're feeling a bit down, out in the sunshine, and it gives you this incredible feeling. And it gives you this rush, and it just gets you hooked, and you just got to keep rolling. Number 3 is make a before, and this shocks everybody, before and after video. or photo, and then share it. Start a group chat in your business, at home, with your family, and say, here's the before photo, and here's the after photo, or here's the before video, here's the after video. It shows people the contrast, it shows people the power of improvement. It's just absolutely mind-blowing. And everyone who does this, their improvement journey just takes off. Because I coach lots of businesses, like I said, all around the world, helping them set up a culture of 2-second lean, or the 2-second lean culture. Okay? And the companies that follow these 3 pillars and practice them, they're the ones that take off. The ones that don't set up a group chat, don't share their before and after photos, they fail. They fail because they're not keeping that buzz going. And we say at Premier Group and Premier Business Academy, we say it's not an improvement until it's shared. So that's the last step in the process. So that's really critical, because sharing an improvement, it lifts others up as well, gives them ideas, and you get that cross-pollination of ideas, inspires others to keep improving. If you want to be a part of one of my improvement group chats, reach out to me. Send me a message on LinkedIn, or put a comment in the chat, and we'll follow it through. So I'd love to connect with you. Anyway, if you're not following me on LinkedIn, or not connected on LinkedIn, make sure you do. Send me a connection request. Awesome. Love to connect with you there. Always sharing tons of value. So that's the 3 pillars of lean that you're going to need to maintain and keep rolling. Are we good, Hannah?
Yeah, there's a question.
We've got a question. Hang in there, team. Thanks to Hannah. She's keeping me going. Someone's making us... Oh, yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Tanya. Awesome. Thanks for joining in. Awesome stuff. And so what are we up to now? So we've talked about all these things, the 3 pillars, and there was something else I wanted to cover off with you guys today. Running out of whiteboard space. You know what? Let's just clear it up a bit. We've covered a lot of ground today, guys. If you've got questions, chuck them in the chat, and we will circle back to them. But I allocated 30 minutes for this. We're up to 27 minutes, so I reckon we're pretty much done. That kind of covers it. But you've got to set up this routine. Consistency is the challenge with every human being, okay? Because every human being I come in contact with struggles with that. It's just human nature. We're kind of hardwired to decline. It's either improvement or decline. There's not one or the other. So you're either going increasing and improving, or you're declining. There's no such thing as treading water in life. Your health, if you're not taking action, your health will decline. If you're not taking positive action every day, it'll decline. Even if it's almost imperceptible at first, it will decline. Or if you're keeping a fitness program going on and healthy eating, your health will slowly get better. Okay, everything in life. Same in your workplace, at home, your bedroom. Where does lean begin? Here's a really key secret for you. This is really important. I want to share this with you. Lean begins in the, drum roll please, the bathroom. People go, what does that mean? What does that mean? This is so critical, because the bathroom is one place that unites us all, at work, at home, wherever we are. And if you can't get a simple, clean, hygienic system going on in the bathroom, you will battle forever to get it going in your factories, your offices, your bedroom, your kitchen, anywhere else, if you can't practice lean in the bathroom. So I always say to people, they say, where do I start? My house is a mess, or my business is a mess, or and the first step I would say is hats off to you if you admit that, because some business owners, a lot of business owners, are too proud to admit that their house is a mess, or their business is a mess, or their culture is a mess. Okay, so first step is number 1, admit you have a problem. Okay, have the courage to have that brutal honesty. So admit there's a problem. Admit that you're sloppy. Admit that you've got an issue. Number 2, then start in the bathroom, and use that as the starting point for your lean journey, for your continuous improvement journey. If you get it right in there, away you go. Number 3, then start rolling it out, across your factory and offices and things like that. And if it's at home, if you're just practicing lean at home, that's amazing, because it's going to improve your life in ways you'd never imagined. Then you go from the bathroom, and then you go to another common area like the kitchen, where you're using things all the time. Look around your kitchen when you get home tonight, and start to look for waste. Too many steps across here, struggling here, can't find this pot, can't find this pan, can't find this knife. Honestly, most people's kitchens are so average. So average. Great question coming through from Tanya. What do you think about walkaway standards? That is an awesome question. You're obviously a lean thinker already, Tanya. Walkaway standards are incredible, because you make an improvement, let's say in your bathroom, take a photo of how it should look when you walk away, and that's the standard. That's how you keep the rope tight. And your kids can understand that, right? So I've got 2 kids, one's 7, one's 5. And for the last few years, I've been training them about lean. One of the things we use at home, everywhere, is walkaway standards. So let's say their bike rack, they know exactly where their bikes go in the bike rack because they can just look at the picture. They don't even have to read, okay? So before they could read, they could understand walkaway standards. So you've got to dumb it down, make the process the expert. So you've opened up a really good question there, Tanya. So make the process. I'm going to write this in here. Make the process the expert, and that's what a walkaway standard does. Make the process the expert. Okay? Sounds so simple. Mistake-proof the process. Leave nothing to chance. And again, life just gets better. So start in the bathroom, create a walkaway standard. So you could say step 3 would be create a walkaway standard. So thanks, Tanya. That was a great contribution, great question. And then away you go, and just keep rolling it out. And then it just never ends. Improvement is never ends. And because waste is like gravity, right? It just keeps coming down to crush us. The clutter comes into our houses, into our garages, and everywhere. And if you don't take this active approach, we say at Premier Group, we're at war with waste. Someone asked me the other day. They said, "Oh, isn't that a bit negative? War as a that's a bit of a negative connotation." I say, well, if you take a passive approach to waste, you're going to lose every time. You're going to lose every single time. You think about an airplane taking off, how much fuel and energy it takes to overcome gravity, right? Huge amount of energy, and that's the energy you need to put into your war with waste every single day. You wake up in the morning, I'm at war with waste, and every day your life is going to get better. I could talk all day about this. We coach and train people all around the world, and I just love this subject because I've seen it change lives. It's changed mine just incredibly. Can't even put it into words. It's just absolutely transformative. My family's life, our workplace, our Premier Group, our culture, and then all the companies that we've consulted with, and we've seen so many incredible changes and so many positive and mind-blowing stories actually coming back where it's changed people's health, changed people's mindset, got people out of depression, which is amazing because there's so much depression in this world for whatever reason. This is the ultimate pill for battling depression because suddenly your life's getting better every day. But you have to be in motion, you have to be action, you have to take positive action. Life rewards action, okay? Let's write that down. It's one of my favorite quotes, life rewards action. And if you're going to be passive and you're going to sit down and be a couch potato and blame everyone for your problems and your health and your upbringing and all that stuff, you're just never going to get free of those shackles. Ever. Life rewards action. Get off your butt. Life rewards action. Get off your backside. Get into motion and get going. And I've been working with a lot of young people lately, mentoring, which I find a great privilege, a great honour, absolutely love it. And some of those people are depression cases. And the thing that I help them with is that I say, it doesn't matter how depressed you are, get out of bed when the alarm goes and just start moving. Get to the shower, have a shower, and just keep moving because that motion creates momentum, right? And then that momentum starts to, cause some positive vibes to get going on, and it gets you. But if you just lie there, you're stationary, you're sedentary, nothing is going to change. In fact, it's going to get worse, a whole lot worse. So I didn't mean this to be a mental health seminar, but basically at the end of the day, this whole thing here, this whole structure I've talked about is just absolutely, as far as I'm concerned, the best way to battle any mental challenges, depression, any of those things, because you're taking positive action. And it doesn't matter if you've got no money, no friends, nothing. All this stuff, you can start doing these tiny improvements, cheap and cheerful, they cost you nothing, and life just starts to get better. So that's me for today, because that's 34 minutes. I'm done. If there's any final questions, bring them in now. And before I end the session, please pop in with any comments, what you enjoyed about the session, and any feedback. Please share this with your friends and family as well, because we're going to be doing lots more of these now that we've figured out how to go live on 4 different platforms. It's fantastic, saving a lot of time, getting the message out there a lot quicker. And of course, this session will be recorded as well, so if you want a recording of this, it will be on our YouTube channel within the next couple of days, once we've just edited out the waste at the start and the waste at the end, and making sure that you guys can share this value with your friends and family, and anyone in business who might be struggling, might be struggling in their mind, anyone who's got struggling with their health. You can apply this to your health. In fact, that's what I do every single day. Another great book by this guy Paul is called Lean Health, and how to apply the principle of lean to your health. So simple, so powerful. Changes your thinking, changes your life. Again, I recommend that. There's a bonus for you right now. Is you download his app. It's called 2 Second Lean. It's free too. I get nothing for this. I just love paying it forward. 2 Second Lean Play app. Download it right now, straight after this session, and all the books are free. I get nothing for it. Paul gets nothing for it except the joy and the pleasure of paying it forward and helping other people to get ahead in life. That's it for me from today. I'll stay on for another minute or two just to see if there's any more comments. Otherwise, we're going to end the live stream across our different platforms. Again, thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed. Go to premierbusinessacademy.co.nz for tons more free resources. We'll type that in the comments as well later on the actual video, but premierbusinessacademy.co.nz. Lots of free resources there will help you with your mindset, help you grow your business, help you improve your health, help you improve all sorts of things. So that's what it's all about. We're done. Thank you so much for coming along. Really appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us. You've been amazing. Right, now Hannah's going to give me a hand to close this down. Unless there's final questions, Hannah. Let's have a quick look. No final questions or comments? No? Awesome. Thank you. So is that paused?
Yep.
That stopped? Can you